Dr. Richardson, you could just speak about the importance of HBCUs. I'm an HBCU alum. My wife is, my parents, my in-laws, HBCU, my brothers, all of us have benefited from HBCUs. Could you just speak from your vantage point as the chair of the board of Virginia Union University of the importance of HBCUs?
Well, I guess my concluding statement I'll start with before I start. Without the HBCU in my life would be drastically different from what it is. And I know when I say that, I am not speaking just for myself, but there are thousands across the 150 years who have that same testimony. I illustrate that truth by telling you this, that when I came to Virginia Union, I had been miseducated by the local public schools. I had been socially promoted. And at the 10th grade, my counselor told me I was wanting to go to college. He said, "You're not college material." I was defiant of his prediction and ended up going to college, going to West Philadelphia Community College, and flunked out. That was devastating to me. I didn't understand why I flunked out. I had gone through 12 years of high school, and I accepted my call in ministry. My pastor, I said, "I want to be prepared for ministry." He said, "Well, I'll tell you what." I said, "I flunked out." He said, "That's all right. You apply to Virginia Union." I applied to Virginia Union, and they gave me a conditional matriculation. Wow. Because they discovered that I had a reading impairment. I couldn't read. Even though I had come through 12 years, I wasn't college material because they hadn't prepared me to be college material. And so they put me in a remediation for a year, said, "You can pass, then you can stay." Short story is I stayed, ended up going to Yale, and then on to earn a doctorate, and then around the world for the World Council of Churches and for the National Baptist Convention. And 35 years later, the same kid who was a matriculant, conditional matriculation at the university, now my signature is on every degree of those who graduate from it. Now that is the grace of God.
That's a testimony of faith.
That's a testimony of faith, God.